The origin says, well, an example is adding a simple lifetime to a struct. Yeah, okay. These are refactorings that are painful in Rust. That's true. But everything has its price. I mean, all of the security that you get with Rust, you have to pay for that. And all of the performance you get. The origin says, suddenly everything that uses the struct needs to be colored. Yeah, it does. And that's annoying. So if you want to do rapid application development and runtime performance isn't important, then I wouldn't use Rust because of that. Yeah, then just use something simpler. Use Python or whatever, TypeScript, I don't know. Alstrap says, it's a visualizer. Yeah, it is. Is the GUI visualizer open source? Yes, it is. So this is also in the RsNano repo. So you can find it here. This is the RsNano repo. It is in the folder tools, and it is in the folder Insight. So this is the app. It isn't even that big, really, so you should find your way around quickly. One says, stream went offline for half a minute. Did it? But we are online now, are we? YouTube went offline too. What? And we're back. Sorry, guys. Both YouTube and Twitch. Then maybe it is was just my stream offline, or maybe something on Restream. I'm not directly streaming to YouTube. I'm streaming via Restream, and Restream sends the stream out to YouTube and to Twitch. Maybe Restream had an issue. Oh, so I hope you didn't miss anything. Ben says, yeah, crashed a few moments after you opened the GUI. That's strange. Okay. Yeah, but Coach Fire says, XNO well received. Thank you. Okay, so still the spinner works. When is the next one? Wait a second, where's the spinner app? Oh, here it is. Okay. 24 seconds. So we still are connected here. Yeah, we still are connected. That's good. Yeah. Okay, everything seems to work. So Nano is the light, Wenderson. Hey, Wenderson, send your Nano address, and I can put you on the wheel too. Okay, so that was the making app. What else is on my list? Making app, the Insight app. Yeah, that's it. So I have nothing more on my list. So yeah, currently I work on merging the upstream commits, and that is just a boring thing, so I don't want to bore you with that. Rui just suggested that we should merge his PRs. So I think, yeah, let's do that. Because Rui worked on extracting the WebSockets code out of the node. And let's just have a look at the structure again. So currently the node, can I do this full screen? Currently the node, this thing here, contains many different things. It contains a WebSocket server. And the way the code is structured, and even the C++ code is structured, that there is a layer above, which is called the daemon. And the daemon starts the node, and the daemon starts the RPC server if it is configured. And my thinking was to also extract the WebSocket server out of the node and to put it up here besides the RPC server, because yeah, WebSockets, it's just an adapter really. It's an adapter which is not really core functionality. So we should keep it out of the node. And that's what Rui worked on, and he created a couple of pull requests. So let's review them and let's try to merge them. Coachfire, you got 2 wins in a row. Two wins in a row. So yeah, post your Nano addresses if you still want to be put on the spinner wheel. Good. Let's have a look at Rui's pull requests. 6. Wow, he was busy. 6 pull requests by Rui. The first one: extract WebSocket server from node to its own crate. Yeah, let's check that out. And let's maybe just pull his changes in. Fetch Fiona. And let's check out his... let's merge his work maybe. So what's the branch name? The branch name is WebSocket Server Refactoring. WebSocket Server Refactoring. And let's say we don't want to commit because maybe we want to make changes. And let's run the tests. First, this is only always the first thing I do. I run the tests. The tests are still flaky. And I just noticed it here before the stream. My Office PC is a lot faster than my laptop here, and the tests don't fail on my Office PC, but they seem to fail here on my laptop because it is slower. So I have to spend more time with those flaky tests. Cropter says, why didn't you just ask ChatGPT to port Nano to Rust instead of spending 3 years on it? Yeah. Stupid me, really. I should have just copy-pasted the code into ChatGPT. Yeah, but who knows? Maybe LLMs will be able to do this in the near future. Who knows? So back then and even now, this is not possible. But yeah, who knows? Underflower says, Gustav, I have a feature request. Your spinner wheel needs a ta-da sound notification. Yeah, it does. So this is just the very first version. It needs some animation. It needs to show the name, maybe with confetti or something, and it needs a sound. That's right. And it needs the Twitch chat bot. So hey, people, if you want to help me, the Raffle bot is open source. Create pull requests. Please help me out with this. Because all of the time that I don't spend on the chatbot, I can spend on RsNano. Oops. So, WebSocket confirmation options panicked. So there's one WebSocket error. Could be that this is one of the flaky tests. No, two WebSocket errors. Let's just run the WebSocket tests again. WebSocket. Can I run it like this? No. Confirmation options votes. Panicked. Failed to connect. Yeah, I think this has nothing to do with Rui's work. I think these are just flaky tests that I have to investigate soon. Because I noticed those tests failing before the stream started. Okay, so I assume that the tests are still green. And let's just quickly look over the changes he made. So he created a new WebSocket server. Usually I prefix all of the crates with RsNano so that I can publish them later. So maybe I want to do that now. So let's do that now, yeah. So let's go to, where is it? Where is the new crate? WebSocket server down there. So let's just call this RsNano. WebSocket server. Dependencies. RsNano core messages node. That's okay. Tokyo Tungstenite. Tokyo Tungstenite is the WebSocket library that we use. And if I rename this one, I have to also rename it in here. No, I have to rename it in main, probably. No, in daemon. Daemon, RsNano, RPC. No, in node. Okay, so yeah. So this is something that I really like now, Roy, that you did it in a small step. So the first step was just to put the code into its own crate and not to change the users. And that is fantastic, because that makes this PR a lot simpler easier to review. So where is it? RsNano. No one uses it? Really? Oh, does this PR, is this copy pasting the code? Adding. Oh, this PR copy pasted the code. No one uses it. Ooh, I'm not sure I like this, because this now introduces code duplication. That, yeah, okay, I can see why he did it, but now we have the risk of introducing duplication, and maybe that we could forget to remove later. Let me just check the other PRs. So this is extracting. This is refactoring. Music stopped. Let's just try it again. Refactoring. What does refactoring do? What? This has nothing to do with WebSocket, does it? Ooh, so many changes. 2,200 lines added. Yeah, so Roy, if you're watching this, it's not a good idea to mix up different changes in one change set. So if you rename node.active into node.active elections, it will cause a lot of changes, like many changes. So this renaming alone should be its own PR, just because of the sheer amount of changes. And if you mix this renaming now with other changes, then it just becomes a nightmare to review, really. Because now I have to go through these thousands of lines, and I have to be so careful, because every change could be something important, and most of the changes could be like irrelevant, and that is, yeah, it's just risky to work like that. So this should be, a renaming should not be in here. What does the chat say? Andrefnall says, even your tests had sounds. Oh, they still do? Yeah, you're right, the script. I have to adjust the script. So a couple of things are broken right now. I think my test script with the sound is still broken, just because I had to change all of the directories and everything. But they will all work in the next stream again. Johnny Alstrom, amazing work. Thank you. If you want to be on the wheel, just send your address, your Nano address. Krapto says, I think the NVIDIA boss said that before we scaled with Moore's law, which was double improvement every 1.5 years or something. But with AI, which gets software improvements of 4x every year. 4x, wow. Yeah, that's an incredible rate. Windows says, I have 2 nodes running. Do you recommend to use RsNano for production? No, not yet. Not yet. I don't recommend it yet. I'm not aware of any bugs, but I made so many changes that it's just very, very likely that there are bugs in there. LFLF, you rigged it, says Hundiv now. No, I rigged it because I wrote the code. Oh, Rui, should I undo the renaming? Yeah, no, I don't know. So maybe just for future PRs, just think of poor me who has to review this. So usually we should separate renamings, or when we move files from feature work, like the pure cleanup and refactor from feature work. And if we mix those both up, we get these huge PRs that are just very hard to review now. Because now even I'm wondering, so in the first PR, like the code got copy-pasted, and this PR now changes. What does it work? Does it change the copy-pasted code? Because that code isn't even used. So now this refactoring becomes risky because the code isn't used. So that means it will maybe not be covered in the tests. Or am I wrong here? What is this here? WebSocket session. Is this just a new file? WebSocket server. There was a WebSocket server. Let me just have a look at the other PRs here. So this is refactoring. And maybe if you could like just write a small description what this refactoring does. Because I'm not even sure now. It is some renamings, but it also changes WebSocket code. So what's being refactored here and why? Just let me look at the other PRs. Fix new unconfirmed block test. So this fixes a test. Is this WebSocket related? I think it is. What does it do? Maybe those PRs are now all big because they are stacked, right? Okay, this is something that is... let me look at it in my Git tool. This is something that GitHub doesn't do well. If you have commits that rely on previous PRs, then if you have PRs that rely on previous PRs, then you can't see it here, and all of your PRs will be big now, and that's problematic. So we have WebSocket server refactoring. We have 5, 4, 3. Let me just check the PRs again. Refactoring. And I guess all of the other PRs rely on this one. Refactoring 3. 4, 3, this one. Probably. Yeah. I want to abort this here. I don't want to merge this on stream because I think this will just get me into too much trouble. Yeah, so just usually like pull requests that are this large, like 2,000 lines. These are just so hard. Just please try to keep them small. 2,000 lines of pull requests are just horribly hard to review. I like my pull requests to be really, really small. Like even like less than 100 lines, really. Because then you can really take the time and find issues. And if not, says this pull request will require a huge brain load. Usually it ends up as looks good to me. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Have a 100 line pull request and and I have 10 issues and have a 2000 line pull request, and looks good to me. Crapter says the spinning wheel errors is too large. It blocks the name of the winner. It blocks the name of the winner. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. So the spinner wheel is an open source library that I use. Maybe we can fix it. I bow down to your rigging powers, says Underfnall. Yeah, so I don't want to merge those PRs now because they are so big. I need some time to understand what's going on. And maybe, yeah, let's have a video call on Thursday, Rui, if you have time, and maybe we can go through it together. So let's revert this merge, or abort this merge. There's no merge to abort. What? Let's reset to develop. Merge branch develop into rework container info. Yeah, that was my last commit from today. Okay. So chat, what do we know? How late is it? We still have a bit of time, like no development work today, but that's okay. I haven't streamed in a long time. There was so much I wanted to show you. So we could just refactor random stuff, or we could finish this boring task that I just started today, that I need to finish to merge the next upstream commits. LFLF says, are there any open issues currently where one could help you with? Ask LFLF. Good question. Open issues. So what everyone could help me with is running a test node, really, and finding bugs. So if you could run a beta node, or yeah, if you could run a beta node and you stumble into something that goes wrong, and you let me know, that helps me a lot. So that is something important where you could help me. If you want to do some dev work, let's see, what could be. So merging upstream commits is something that I want to do. Yeah, there is something, and that is OpenCL proof of work generation. So the work thread pool is currently only using CPU, and it doesn't support OpenCL work generation yet. And that code is already written. It is in part of the official Nano repository. It is called Nano Work Server, and we just have to copy paste it and put it into RsNano so that we can generate work on the GPU. And what else? What else is missing, or could you help with? Rigged. Who won? I didn't see it. Who won? Yeah, so I would say testing and maybe bringing the OpenCL work into RsNano are two things that you... Oh, 61 stars! Someone starred the repo. Thanks. All right. And also an idea I have for the next stream. Have you heard of Test-commit-revert workflow? I've never worked in this style, and maybe I want to try it on stream because I'm intrigued to try it out. So in Test-commit-revert, if you haven't heard it before, it is more of a learning experience. I don't know if this is really recommended to use in your day-to-day work, You set up a script that watches your files, and whenever you hit save, whenever a file is written, automatically your project gets compiled and the tests are executed. And if there's any mistake in compilation or in the tests, all of your changes get reverted and you start from scratch. And this sounds insane, but it forces you to go in really small steps and in really safe steps. And when you work in small and safe steps, this can be it can help you to learn to work in small and safe steps. And working in small and safe steps is something that is so important. And from my experience, is something that experienced developers can do and new developers have a lot of trouble with. From my experience working in small and safe steps, it makes you so much faster and it takes all of the stress out of your job. And the flower says, it sounds insane because it is. No, there are people out there who do their day job with Test-commit-revert, TCR. And I've watched some videos on YouTube of people who work like that. And I think I want to try it out, maybe here on stream even, because I'm a big fan of working in small steps. And this just forces you to go in very small steps. Because like every mistake you make and boom, your code is back to where it was. And all of the changes you made are gone. And you don't want that because that's annoying. So you have to go in really small and safe steps. Okay. Yeah, so maybe to just get into the mood. Crapter says, is Piotr going to join your stream? Maybe. I asked him today in the dev meeting if he wanted to. Maybe he will. I mean, Piotr has so many things we could learn from. Like he has really good dev, and his workflow is really interesting, probably. Yeah, I would love to have him here. So congratulations, Andefnal. You won a Nano. He sounded like, not today, maybe next week. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna ask him again. Congrats to me, says Andefnal. Yeah, so I just want to get started with something simple. So if I don't know what to do, I usually start with something simple. And that simple thing I've worked on this afternoon was refactoring the container info, and I did this because this was done in the C++ node 2, and I'm just keeping up with the upstream changes. So what the C++ node does is it had this component, the container info, and this is for debugging purposes, where we could just get information about all of the containers, all of the queues, all of the maps and whatever that we have in the node, and where we could see how many items are in there and how big are the items. So this we can use for finding memory leaks, for example, quickly. And these are accessible via RPC. So let's just open the Nano RPC documentation. So you could make what is the RPC call? Stats. There's the stats RPC call. So you could make the stats request, and you would get counters and samples, and where is the objects? So this one, if you make the RPC request stats with type objects, then you would get this huge map of all collections that we have in the node, how many items are in there and how big an item is. And this is just useful for debugging and finding memory issues. And so the way it is written in the node is by this struct container info. This is the old way, with the name, account, and size of element, and the C++ node made a change there so that we can construct those more efficiently by putting the name out of this information, and you will see, like, let's just refactor from old to new. And I started this afternoon. And again, so now we are back at the small and simple and easy steps. I'm doing this in very small and safe steps. So I have these new structs here that contain the same information, just in a slightly different way. And then I wrote this function into legacy, and into legacy takes the new struct, the new structure, and it creates the legacy structure. And with this converter, we can now one by one, in very small and safe steps, convert all of the container infos into the new format. And when we are done, we can remove the into legacy and the legacy info component, container info component, and we are finished. So let's go to Node.rs and let's just do this once or twice just to get started. It is in the collect. There's a collect container info function here, and congratulations, AAK, you just won. And you can see I converted these 3 container infos already, and even these 2. So this is how far I got this afternoon. And you can see that we just call into legacy for them, and we have to convert these down here, and then we are done. I'm still short. We have to do the 50-50. Let me see who won more. I think I can see this here in the Raffle app. Here, there's this this winners column. So LFLF did made 2 wins. And of now made 1 once. Coach Fire twice. Right. News twice. All right. AAK twice. News won 3 or 4 times, really? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 times. Let's see how it plays out. Okay, so I want to now go into the next one, the active. This one, active collect container info. Yeah, and the container info can contain sub container info. So this is a nested structure. So let's go to a leaf. So let's we have to go to the vote applier and recently confirmed cache first before we can. Before we can convert this to the new structure. So let's go to the vote applier. No, this is already ported. Ported. It's not ported. This is already refactored to the new one. It's called into legacy. And what is this one here? Composite. Recently cemented to string. Yeah, let's move this one maybe out of here. What is this? This is cemented, recently cemented. Oh, how to handle this? Let's just copy this. Let's put it here. And let's call this recently cemented. And this is now not a container info component, which is the old one. It has to be, what was the new format? The new format is called container infos. So this has to be container infos, builder. No, wait, it just contains. No, this just contains one leaf. So I can just create this from by converting it from an array. I wrote a converter for this, so it just has to contain this information as a tuple. And this is now recently cemented. So, and this is why I say it's easier. Now check this out. These couple of lines are the new format. These are the new format, and this is the old format, just a little bit simpler. And now we can add it here with recently. Why doesn't it? Recently cemented into legacy, and we just have to give the name, and the name is this one. Yeah. Ben won. Okay, congratulations, Ben. Recently cemented. Okay, so now we have this, and this converted, and this we still have to convert. So now let's convert all of that into the new format, and the new format is now, and with small steps now. See, we are already green again. So this small change, like pulling this up here and calling into legacy down here, it didn't break anything. So the code is compilable. The tests are probably green. So now the next step is to move this into the new format, and the new format is container infos, builder, finish, and then we convert it into legacy, and the legacy has the name. And now we just have to add all of those items in here. So the first item is this down there, this here, like that. So this is the roots. We got that. The next one is this one. And this change was made by Piotr in the C++ code. And when I saw it, I was really happy. Not because it makes things like a whole lot better, but it makes it a bit better, and just that Piotr took his time and thought the old structure is not optimal, and he's right, the old structure is not optimal, and he took the time to clean it up. And this is something that we should all do as developers. When we see code and we are not happy with it, we should not say, I'm not touching it, it's legacy code, I'm not touching it. Because this leads to disaster in the long run. We should take some time and clean it up, and that's what Piotr did, and I was really happy when I saw that. So next one, leaf. Hinted. And the next one is optimistic. Optimistic, and then we just have to add these last three ones. And how to do that with node. Name is vote applier, and this is self.vote applier container info. And then we have one recently confirmed with self.recently confirmed container info. Right? Right. Okay. That was it. So this is now... Wait. Oh, we forgot something. Let's run back. Recently confirmed? Recently cemented. Ah, these are two. Okay, so this is one. This is the recently confirmed, and then we still have to add recently cemented. Like that. Recently cemented. Recently cemented. Okay, that's it. So this is now the new structure. Just slightly less code, and these functions get a bit simpler to implement because we just have to remove the name here. Let's just copy this, because I don't want to break. So this, I mean, with small steps. I'm not changing. I'm not deleting the name argument up there. I'm making a copy. I rename this to container info. Container info. I remove the name. And this returns a container infos. And I have removed the into legacy down there. So now I have a copy. So this is now code duplication, which is obviously bad, but we are deleting the duplication in a couple of seconds. So let me just find the usages of the old function. Just one usage. So let's go there and let's call our new function. Collect container info. So the new function is just container info. And we just have to call into legacy. Into legacy. And we are green again, so nothing broken. No, nothing broken. And now no one uses the old function, and we can safely delete it. Small steps, and we are green all through the way. The MAA says, we all believe in Nano. People like you, so passionate, are showing the way forward. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I still do believe very much in Nano. So even though the world is so crazy about Bitcoin, I don't get it really anymore. So this is now done. So let's go back. Let's do one more, just to get into the mood. Let's do the bootstrap initiator. Oh, let's commit. Let's check for any cargo. Let's just check if we have introduced any compilation problems. How many nanos do we have left? So the balance was 30 when the stream started. And how much do we have left now? 12. See, the bot sending out nanos. Okay, so testing. I think I ran the tests. Didn't I say cargo check? Yeah, so the spinner wheel has to get sounds. And I also thought about adding some effects when people donate. So some type of bot that watches my account, and when donations come in, it should trigger something. It should trigger whatever, a firework or something. That would be fun. AAK says, good bot. Yeah, good bot. Now, if only the registration would have worked. Because this was the main issue. Me typing in all those nano addresses. Ah. Yeah, so what is this? Test conflicts. This is the flaky test, and pruning death is a flaky test. Okay. Let's commit it. Migrate to new container info. And let's do one more. One more. So, which one? This one. Collect container info. What does it do? Just one. So this will get super simple now, because I can convert this into an array with a tuple with these values, and I can just say into, and this should be info. Container infos, and then we can just return this info into legacy like that. Container infos, import was missing, so oh, not to string. That to string has to go. See, now this is a lot simpler, and now we can make it even more simple, again by copy pasting it into a new function that doesn't take a name, but it just returns the container info struct, and then we just delete the into legacy, and we delete that, and we delete that, and let's find the old usages. Just one. So let's call the new function, and let's say into legacy. And now the old one isn't used. Let's delete it. And this is now the new function, and it is just a lot simpler. A lot less code. Just these 2 lines. Okay, this is fun. Let's do it one more. And let's do it one more time. What is this here? Network. Okay, we have to do this first. Okay, the same thing. Convert it into an array. I guess, no, we have to convert this into the container infos first. And add these things. And these. We just call into legacy. Ben says, nice, it's clean. Yeah, it's just a little bit better than before. I mean, the how it was before, it wasn't like super bad, but the new style is just a little bit better. And so let's copy this function. Let's call this one container info. Remove the name. Return type is container infos. I want to rename container infos to container info when I've refactored all usages, but that name is taken right now, so I can't do that. And let's change it to this. And let's Remove the old usage. Into legacy. And now we can remove this implementation. Yeah, much cleaner, the new one. This is the new one. And let's commit. Cargo test says over. This I wanted to write, cargo check tests. What was my last commit message? Let's repeat the last one. Migrate to new container info, yeah. Migrate to new container info. And push. Yeah, and this is something simple that I'm going to finish this week, and then I can remove the old container info. And this, in this style, I work usually all of the time. Just tiny steps, just keeping things working all of the time. And it means I can interrupt my work whenever I want. So I can just commit and push whenever I want. And that gives me a lot of freedom. Because nothing is worse when, like working on your broken branch and for days, and you try to make it compilable again, and you have no idea what's broken after that. Yeah, I can read the name. You're right. LF. Ah, you won. Congratulations for winning 1 Nano. So, what to do now? Oh, these are not used. What to do now? And if not says, I need that sound so badly. I do too. Please, people, make pull requests for the Raffle bot. Make it better. Core. Confirmation height. Yeah, so this is the core crate. And doesn't make sense to start anything new because I'm ending the stream in 15 minutes. You know what? I'm just going to migrate more of those collect container infos, and this will be just like the same thing, boring stuff. If you wanna keep watching this, I'm happy, but for the next 15 minutes, I'm just going to keep on like migrating the other things because it has to be done, and it doesn't make sense to start something new in 15 minutes, really. So, just as a warning, if you wanna go to bed, you're not going to miss anything now. Into legacy. So the next one is telemetry. Telemetry is container infos. So this is that. And this is now info dot info legacy name. So copying name. Maybe this is something where ChatGPT or so something could help, because this is a repetitive task. But I don't know how would you do that. Container infos. usage. Let's update the usage. And we can remove the old one. Next one. Maybe I'll finish this even on stream. So this is again 2 things here. Okay, so this will be like that. Or maybe I can just, maybe I'm quicker if I copy it immediately. Yeah, I think this will be quicker. Container infos. And this will be just like that. Size of element. That. And then we just call into. LFLF says Codium works great and has a Vim extension. Yeah. And can I tell Codium, look, this is how I want to do it, and it will do it for all of the other places in the code? LFL. Oh, I missed some chat messages. Noob fishing live? Yeah, this is live. What? These AI code assistants work pretty good by now. I'm sure it could help you in coding tests like these. Yeah, tests like these, I think they could help me a lot. No noob fishing, man. Live coding is insane. Well, yeah. So some code, I do really simple things right now. So this repetitive work here is super simple, really. But that's why I'm doing it. Because it's late and I have a full workday ahead of behind me. Wallets. So let's switch to the new function into legacy. Let's remove the old implementation. Now this is now great to see. New implementation, old implementation, just less code, and less code is good. Let's delete the old one. And next one. Code processor queue. Copying it. Removing the name. Fixing the return type. And this contains 2 items. So here we have to say container infos. Builder, and the first one is a leaf. The second one is a sub. I should have fixed. Oh, okay. I should have fixed this first. Let's do this as an intermediary step now. And this will be like that. Dot into. Like that, like that, like that. The second one is this. The second one is this. I just like the new one a lot more. Less code to read. Oh, we use this in multiple places. Or why do we use this in multiple places? So we have this one into legacy. We have this one. Multiple places that use this. So this was the, yeah, this was the place where we have to add it with the name. What is the name? Q. Q.collect. And dot container info. That's it. Okay. Next place. I want to commit after this. Okay. Node processor queue. This is the old implementation. This is the new one. Fair queue. Message queue. Ah, this is the fair queue. That's why it's used so much. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. So we have to fix this one too. So here we just say container info dot into legacy okay. Not queue. Wait a second. Let's undo everything. Collect container for queue. Ah, this is inside. Yeah, so that means we have to say container infos builder. And we have to say node. And the name is queue. And the node is this. But the new function, container info. And then we have to, after finish, we have to say dot into legacy and with the name. Yeah. Okay. Want to run the tests and commit. Code processor queue. This is the old implementation. We still use it here. But here we have the new implementation. So let's fix this. Code processor queue dot container info into legacy. And no one uses this. We can remove it. And now let's go back to the fair queue, and I think we can do the same. Yeah, no one uses the old implementation. Let's remove it. Okay, let's run the test. Let's commit. And let's read the chat. LF. Yes, pretty much so. You have to give it a proper prompt. But you should get it working pretty quickly. Just give it a try someday. I have to, yeah. Because stuff like this is so repetitive, and I think the AI could do it really well. Request aggregator. What's wrong in request aggregator? Oh. I can call it as a function. And something wrong in block processor. Block processor. Same mistake. And node. Same mistake. If AI learns from me, it will learn the same mistakes. Underflow says Rafflebot has a pull request, really? Let me see. Rafflebot has a pull request. Rafflebot. Pull request. Fix. Resize spinner wheel arrow that was covering up names on the wheel. Fantastic. That's great. Let's see, what was the issue? Oh, GitHub shows diffs in SVGs. Yeah, that's cool. You know what? I'm merging it right now. Merge. Great. Great, great, great. Thanks, man. Perfect. So, next stream, we will have a better wheel. We will have, hopefully, a working chatbot where I don't have to do it manually. And I think we will have Twitch chat too. And yeah, I don't know what else. And I'm going to try to get Piotr on stream so that he can teach us his ways of working. Ben says, what do you think of an anti-spam tool trained on historical spam data, which could be placed at the front of the Nano node? I've been thinking about a tool like this for a while now. Will it be performant? Is the question. Like, stuff like this is I don't know. Like, what are the performance implications? How fast would this tool work? And you would need to have consensus on this. So all nodes would need to have the same rules really, so to not cause trouble. So I'm a bit skeptic about this. AK can't wait for commercial grade wheel. And if now there's a good looking crate for Twitch API. Too bad I can't write Rust. Yeah, I had a look and I saw that there's a Twitch crate. So I think it will be pretty easy actually to add Twitch to the bot, because let me just show you the code for YouTube, which is not a lot. Rafflebot. So here, chat listener. So this is the code for YouTube, and that's all of it. This screen. So this comes from the crate, live chat client builder, and we just have so we give it a stream URL. We have an on chat, which is a callback for every chat message, and I have my own on message callback that I pass in here. And the only thing this code does is convert the data type, the data structure that we get from our YouTube chat crate into our own data type, which is chat message. And chat message is just the channel ID, the name, and the message. So these, how many lines are there? These 30 lines of code. And here it then just forever, every 3 seconds, tries to get new chat messages. So these 30 lines of code is the whole YouTube adapter. And I think the Twitch adapter will be similar in size. LFLF says, was great as always. Huge congrats on your progress again. Thank you, LFLF. Coach Fire says, thank you for the stream. Was a pleasure, man. Good stuff. And Crupter says, you should add a code so you get a pop-up when someone donates to you as well. I want to do that. And I even want to do something funny, like a firework or something. All of that is planned. I just don't want to spend all of my time writing bots now. So I have to find a balance here where I just write a little bit of bot code and most of my time I want to spend with the RsNano. Gustav, your stream became part of my Super Tuesdays. Thank you. What? I don't get it. What is Super Tuesdays? Great stream, by the way. Thanks. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support, for the donations, for everything. And I have to stream more often again. I wanna try. So maybe even next Tuesday. I don't know yet, but I will announce it on Twitter. So was a great evening. Have a good night, everyone, and see you soon.